On July 15, 2020, the digital world watched in stunned disbelief as some of the most prominent voices on Twitter began to speak in unison, promoting an audacious cryptocurrency scam. From tech titans like Elon Musk and Bill Gates to political figures like Barack Obama, verified accounts, symbols of digital authority, were co-opted in real time. This wasn't a minor phishing attempt, it was a brazen, coordinated assault that struck at the very heart of trust in online platforms. The events sent shockwaves globally, exposing a profound vulnerability within one of the world's most influential social media networks. For over a decade, Twitter has served as an indispensable global town square, a platform where world leaders, corporations, and everyday citizens share news, opinions, and instant updates. Its rapid-fire information flow made it a critical tool for communication, shaping public discourse and even influencing markets. The blue checkmark, signifying a verified account, became a beacon of authenticity, distinguishing official voices from the noise. This inherent trust, painstakingly built over years, became precisely what the attackers sought to exploit, understanding its immense power. The first tremors of the attack weren't felt on the high-profile accounts, but rather among cryptocurrency-focused profiles. At approximately 4:17 p.m. Eastern Time, verified accounts associated with crypto exchanges and wallets, such as Binance and Gemini, began posting identical messages promising to double any Bitcoin sent to a specific address. These initial posts were quickly dismissed by some as a routine, albeit sophisticated, scam. However, the sheer number of compromised verified crypto accounts in rapid succession signaled something far more sinister was unfolding beneath the surface. Within minutes, the scope of the attack exploded. The hackers escalated their targets dramatically, moving beyond the cryptocurrency sphere to commandeer accounts belonging to some of the most influential individuals and companies globally. Elon Musk, the visionary behind Tesla and SpaceX, posted the infamous Bitcoin message. Soon after, the accounts of Microsoft founder Bill Gates, former U.S. President Barack Obama, and even tech giant Apple followed suit, all repeating the same deceitful promise: send $1,000, get $2,000 back. The world watched, paralyzed, as digital identities were stolen and misused. The scam itself was remarkably simple, relying on the immense trust associated with the compromised accounts. The posts urged followers to send Bitcoin to a specific cryptocurrency wallet address, promising an immediate return of double the amount. This classic giveaway or doubler scam preys on human greed and the desire for quick, easy money. While such scams are common, their propagation through verified accounts of global icons lent them an unprecedented air of legitimacy, compelling some unsuspecting users to fall victim to the deception. The astonishing scale and speed of the attack immediately pointed away from external phishing campaigns or brute force password attacks. Investigators quickly surmised that the hackers had gained access to Twitter's internal systems. This implied a deeper, more sophisticated penetration, likely targeting employees with elevated access privileges. The ability to post from numerous high-profile accounts simultaneously suggested control over internal tools designed for account management, password resets, or even content moderation. This was not merely an attack on users, but on Twitter itself. The FBI and Twitter's internal security teams later confirmed the primary vector: social engineering. The attackers didn't exploit a complex software vulnerability but rather the most common weakness in any security system: the human element. They targeted a small number of Twitter employees with highly persuasive phone spear phishing tactics. Posing as legitimate IT personnel, they convinced employees to provide their credentials or download malicious software, thereby gaining remote access to Twitter's internal tools and systems. It was a cunning blend of psychological manipulation and technical intrusion. Once inside, the hackers leveraged internal Twitter administration tools, often referred to colloquially as God mode access. These powerful tools, designed for legitimate purposes like troubleshooting, account recovery, and content moderation, allowed them to bypass traditional security measures. They could reset passwords, change email addresses associated with accounts, and even directly tweet from any account. The speed and confidence with which they operated indicated a clear understanding of these internal systems, suggesting either prior reconnaissance or direct guidance from an insider. As the wave of fraudulent tweets cascaded across the platform, Twitter's security teams scrambled to understand and contain the breach. In an unprecedented move, the company temporarily halted the ability of all verified accounts to tweet. For a brief, unnerving period, even Twitter's own support accounts were silenced. This drastic measure, taken to prevent further damage, highlighted the severity of the compromise and the immediate threat to the platform's integrity. It was a moment of profound vulnerability for a company built on instantaneous communication. The immediate financial impact of the scam was relatively small, with approximately 13 Bitcoin, valued at around $118,000 at the time, flowing into the attackers' wallets. However, the true cost was far greater. The hack severely eroded public trust in Twitter's security, raised questions about the safety of sensitive data, and even prompted concern over potential interference in democratic processes. The incident served as a stark reminder of the fragile nature of digital identity and the immense power wielded by platforms like Twitter. The reputational damage was immeasurable. Almost immediately, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, launched a major investigation, working in close coordination with Twitter's internal security team. The challenge was immense, tracing digital breadcrumbs across a decentralized cryptocurrency network and identifying individuals operating under pseudonyms. Initial leads focused on the cryptocurrency wallet addresses used in the scam, as well as digital communication channels where the hackers had boasted about their exploits. The hunt was on, aiming to bring to justice those who had orchestrated such a sophisticated and impactful cyberattack. The investigation eventually led to a crucial online persona known as Kirk. This individual, operating with a network of accomplices, was identified as the primary perpetrator who gained direct access to Twitter's internal tools. Kirk's digital footprint revealed a deep involvement in the underground hacking community, showcasing a mix of technical prowess and audacious risk-taking. The journey from an anonymous online handle to a real-world identity was complex, involving analysis of forum posts, Bitcoin transactions, and chat logs that painted a picture of a young, ambitious hacker. Astonishingly, Kirk was revealed to be Graham Ivan Clark, a 17-year-old from Tampa, Florida. Clark was not a seasoned cybercriminal with years of experience, but a technically gifted teenager who had already garnered attention in the online world for previous Bitcoin-related scams. His youth added another layer of shock to the incident, highlighting how sophisticated cyberattacks could be orchestrated by individuals far removed from typical villain archetypes. The discovery underscored the evolving nature of cybercrime, where age is no barrier to inflicting significant damage. Clark didn't act alone. He enlisted the help of two other individuals he met online, Mason Shepard, known as Chaiwan, a 19-year-old from the UK, and Nima Fazeli, known as Nighthawk, a 22-year-old from Orlando, Florida. These accomplices played crucial roles, primarily assisting in selling access to compromised accounts on underground forums. While Clark was the architect of the internal system breach, Shepard and Fazeli amplified the scam's reach and profited from the illicit access. This network of young, geographically dispersed individuals illustrated the decentralized nature of modern cybercrime. In July 2020, swift and coordinated arrests were made. Graham Ivan Clark was apprehended in Tampa, Florida, by federal agents and local law enforcement. Mason Shepard and Nima Fazeli were also arrested, with Shepard's arrest occurring in the UK. The speed of the takedown, less than a month after the hack, demonstrated the effectiveness of cross-jurisdictional collaboration between law enforcement agencies and Twitter's own security teams. It sent a clear message that even in the anonymous realm of cyberspace, perpetrators would be pursued and brought to justice. The legal ramifications for the hackers were significant. Due to his juvenile status at the time of the offense, Graham Ivan Clark faced charges in state court. In March 2021, he pleaded guilty to multiple felony charges, including organized fraud and communications fraud, and was sentenced to 3 years in a juvenile detention facility, followed by 3 years of probation. Mason Shepard and Nima Fazeli faced federal charges. Shepard pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering, receiving a 3-year prison sentence. Fazeli received a 2-year sentence for computer hacking. While the immediate goal was financial gain through the Bitcoin scam, the underlying motives for these young hackers appear to have been multifaceted. For Clark, it was a blend of ambition, a desire for recognition within the underground hacking community, and the thrill of proving his capabilities. For his accomplices, it was largely about quick profit from selling compromised accounts. This incident serves as a case study in the psychological drivers behind cybercrime, often involving a mix of financial incentives, ego, and the allure of notoriety within illicit online circles. The Twitter hack underscored a critical lesson in cybersecurity: the human element remains the weakest link. No matter how robust technological defenses are, social engineering can bypass them if employees are not adequately trained and vigilant. Companies must invest heavily in security awareness, not just for technical staff, but for every employee, emphasizing the dangers of phishing, vishing, and impersonation. It highlighted the need for multi-factor authentication, principle of least privilege, and continuous monitoring of internal systems to detect anomalies. In the wake of the hack, Twitter initiated a comprehensive review of its security protocols and made significant internal changes. These included enhancing employee training, implementing stricter access controls for internal tools, and strengthening multi-factor authentication for all employees, especially those with privileged access. The company also improved its incident response capabilities and increased transparency regarding security breaches. This concerted effort was crucial for rebuilding shattered user trust and demonstrating a renewed commitment to safeguarding its platform and user data. The 2020 Twitter hack served as a stark wake-up call for the entire digital world. It demonstrated the profound vulnerability of even the most technologically advanced companies to social engineering tactics. Beyond Twitter, the incident prompted wider discussions about the security of critical online infrastructure, the potential for misinformation at scale, and the need for greater accountability from tech giants. It underscored how easily public discourse can be manipulated and how trust, once broken, is incredibly difficult to repair in our interconnected digital age. The legacy of the 2020 Twitter Bitcoin hack is one of both alarm and essential learning. It forced a critical re-evaluation of internal security practices, emphasizing that technology alone is insufficient without vigilant human oversight and robust employee training. While the attackers were brought to justice and Twitter bolstered its defenses, the incident remains a powerful reminder of the persistent and evolving threat of social engineering. It serves as a benchmark for future cyberattacks, a cautionary tale about the fragile nature of digital trust in our increasingly interconnected world.